just a little bit. Yeah, that's better, I think. Well, again, new week for the twin flames. Whoa! And what was this intense? This solar storm that we had a couple of days ago. It was, wow, out of this realm. I was going on for almost 24 hours. I'm just going to put the yeah. So back again. I needed to stop the silence of the phone. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Otherwise, I don't have any. Otherwise, I don't have any sound like the last time. I did a whole reading and I had to do it again because there was no sound. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So yeah, it's really interesting what is going on. So the solar storm, and now Neptune going into Aries, and stay there, stationed in Aries for till 2039, I think. It's stationed in Aries, so we get a lot of energies, a lot of new insight, deep diving, and the solar storms. Oh my God! If you couldn't sleep and you had to go, you feel it now. You feel now that the transformation is coming in and hitting you. So don't worry about it. Just go with that flow. I also heard in my meditation for people who are in a triangle relationship. You don't have to make a choice. The choice will find you. It is it's in that stage that you have to make a choice, not only for yourself, but also for the other person. Maybe you are in that space that you say, okay, I'm dating a younger person. Maybe that person wants to have children, but I don't want to have children anymore. So that would be a criteria to let that person go and go to the other choice that you already had in your mind or in your heart. I see it so many times that we keep on hanging in a triangle relationship, and it's actually not the right. In your heart space, it's not the right choice. But you also have difficulties to let go. So that is what's coming through, and you're diving deeper, deeper into love, to look at what needs to be refined or what needs to be adjusted even more in that connection. So you let go of everything that really, you look deeper, where you think in the beginning probably thought, oh, that's just fun, and we hitting it off and we're hanging out together and it is really amazing. But now you think, oh my gosh, he or she is at a level that you're looking more into the future with that person. Is there a connection that is able to also connect with my priorities? Do you want to have children? Do you want to be in that triangle relationship? What's better for you? What's better for the other person? It's not just at a stage anymore of, wow, we're having fun, we're creating, we're hanging out, but it goes much, much, much deeper now. And you getting forced to look at it, because if you stay in that one relationship, that if you, for instance, you don't want to have children, or you don't want to move, or you don't want to do this, that you say, okay, this is not for me anymore. This I'm letting it go because I have a higher priority. And then something else will come your way, that's for sure. Let's see with the twin flames what the divine feminine is feeling and what is heading for her. The depth of love. Wow. I think it was for the divine masculine in last week. So let go of fear and jump into love, and to let go beyond attachments. So you let go beyond the attachments. You let go for what is no longer serving you. You look deeper into the love. Is this twin flame what I'm walking? Is that the right path? Is it the right partner? You're going to look, is it karmic? Is it twin flame? Is it soulmate? Is it deeper? Is it from what is coming up from the last year that you say, oh wow, but there are still some things that are not resonating, that are not in alignment. Is there a way to change that? Is it a way to move forward with this? Now with Neptune coming into Aries, you're making decisions. You say, okay, this is not working for me, that is not working for me, and I let it go. So in the heart space, there are the cosmic cycles. That's exactly what I said. The cycles of a new portal that is opening with Neptune going into Aries to, what is it, today? It's today that Neptune is going into Aries, and you probably feel that. And we had the solar storm before that. That is, the big drive behind everything. Everything shifts and change. So embrace your unlimited possibilities and go with where you need to go. Create a sacred space for yourself, and with that sacred space that is coming your way, and that you are creating, because you can, it could be that if you're traveling, that sacred space is coming to you. It's the sacred grace that you receive, and the sacred space is what you make for yourself. You make space for yourself to receive that grace and that energy. There is so much going on in the third dimensional realm that is so focused on lust, is so focused on not thinking about the consequences of something what's happening. And with this Neptune in Aries, oh wow, if you don't think about the consequences, what things can do, and in the decision that you make, or you don't want to look at it, wow, you get slammed in the face. You get slammed by the universe, I can tell you that. That is what these circles are about in your heart space. You know that if you make certain decisions and you don't look at the consequences of it, what could be a consequence for another person or yourself, oh my God, you could get hit very, very hard. Because not karmic, they say, oh, karma doesn't exist. Wait and see. Wait and see. We don't gloat on karma, but if you don't believe in karma, it's a time, and that's for sure. If you did, oh hi, if you did, I see a guide here coming towards me. If you say, for instance, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to see it, I don't want to give my energy to that, things will, come your way, that you say, oh my God, why is this happening? Why is that happening? What is this happening? Why, blah, 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 blah. And you don't work on it with your own energies. If you don't go within and change the things that needs to be changed within you, then you attracting it from the outside, and you get these energies, that is really forcing you to make different decisions. So that's why the Divine Feminine dives deeper into love. She dives deeper into what is good for me, what is good for the other person, what is good for the children, what is good, and the highest good involved for the people that are around me. Okay, and then we have the indigo child. Passion, action, commitment. You're finding community, finally finding your community, and that community is coming by itself. You don't have to put any effort in it. You don't have to put any energy in it. So honor others and their truths. So other people could have a totally different truth than you, then it's time to say, okay, that's their truth. I hear it, I see it, I'm contemplating on it, and I make a decision on it. It's your truth, it's your decision, it's what you do. It's all fine by me, but I don't want to interact with that energy, because the energy you are attracting is creating chaos, or it creates instability. Not for them, because they're used to that energy and not aware that that energy is working with them, or they are already so long in that pattern of the drama and that energy of confusion, that it's normal for them. But you can say, okay, in this truth, in this timeline I am now, I'm going through that portal and make the decision. And I love them I love them just as deep, but I'm not attaching, I'm not attaching to it. So that's the energy of the indigo child, the indigo child is also a child that sometimes doesn't know how to work with the energies, what to do with the energies, and everything is chaos behind them, because they're diving, or they are in an environment that's always chaotic. There is no peace, there is no rest, there is no silence, it's always going on. And they create, without knowing, an environment that is not good for them. but also not good for other people. And when other people start to step into that energy, they could say, oh my gosh, this is not right for me. So you remove yourself from that energy. So that's also the energy of the indigo child. The indigo child is, if you're looking at the child from the indigos, they're everywhere. They can tap into every energy. But if you're not concerned about where you tap into, you can feel so much that you say, okay, I'm getting overloaded, overwhelmed. The only thing what you can do then is, cut the cords with all these energies. Sit down, cleanse yourself, go in meditation, and connect yourself with Source. Call in all your your family up there and say, cut the cords around me, so I don't feel that much of that I'm not connected to all these different kind of energies or interactions with people, or thought forms, or what you hear, or whatever, what is coming your way. It could be very small, but concentrate on the things that you want to draw into your timeline. And that's the portal where we're going through. This portal, we have the 28th of January, we have a huge portal coming up. And that is really pushing you looking to the different things. So you give your intention where you want to go. I give my energy to this. I'm giving my energy to that. I'm seeing more depth of love. I'm here to heal people. I'm here to create another timeline for people. I help them. I support them. But then I let go. And you cut the cords, It's really interesting what is happening. So what is the divine masculine in the divine feminine doing? How is he looking towards the divine feminine? How is he looking towards the divine feminine? Flow, yeah. He sees the divine feminine is going with the flow, in the flow of her life. She lets go of all control. And the divine masculine says, I want to learn how to let go of the control. Because divine feminine, he sees she is divine will. She walks with the divine. She walks with the divine will. And she has an oceanic consciousness. So she knows by diving deep within herself, with diving deep, he wants to dive deep. Because this is what is needed to transform, for him to come also in that flow, in that oceanic consciousness. And that is, the card. Sometimes we have a storm going on the surface. But when you dive in deep, deep, deep into the waters, it's much calmer. So you let all the storms, outside of yourself. You're not attaching to it. So that is what, let go of the control, and he sees that the divine feminine let go of the control and just trust with the divine, trust what is coming her way, trust how things will flow. And everything what happens there is like opening up. Everything will open up. And control is actually a state of fear. A state of fear that things don't work the way you want it to be. And we don't have any, if you're really going deep, we don't have control here. You know, it's all divine, orchestrated by the universe. Everything is in divine order. If something doesn't work, it's not meant to be. And and the universe works with that, the planets works with that. So we don't actually, they all say, oh yeah, you need to have control of this and you need to have control of that. Maybe 20% control on this earthly plane. The rest is already in your blueprint, in divine timing, in universal outcome. It's already done. Your whole template is already, you know, created for you. And if you start with the control, and especially this year, if you're going into a divine masculine energy, or you're going in a masculine energy and you want to force everything, it's not going to work, because we are stepping in a totally different portal. So everything, you have to go with that flow. %, I hear. In the heart space for the divine masculine, within the divine feminine, is breathing. Grounding. Your divine feminine is very grounded. Divine masculine sees it. Divine masculine says, yeah, I need to ground more. Maybe my energies are going all directions. Maybe you're so sensitive at this moment that you feel energies behind the person they are interacting with. So if you're interacting with people and you're not aware of it, divine masculine picks up the energies from the people that you are interacting with. So it is almost like an overwhelm from all these energies that is in your field. That's why it's so important for the divine feminine and the divine masculine to cleanse himself every day. You know, incense, salt baths, stones, you know, crystals. Work with it, work with herbs, work with oils, so you can clear and cleanse your whole environment to create that deeper love within you. You know, that nurturing and breathing. Maybe you need some more breathing exercises to let go of all these energies. You know, we had the 22nd, we had a huge portal. We still in that energy of the 22nd. We still receiving so much love, so much light, so much energy that we need to ground and anchor. So, and that definitely will help you also with some stop blocks within your body, and work with that. You know, work with that breathing. That's the heart space. Get more oxygen, you know, to your brain, more oxygen through your body, more action. It's a good way to use that in the morning, because when you do that in the morning, you activate your whole body right away. Oh, to two cards I have here. And I will take them both. I have the dolphin baby. That is also what the card of the day is for today. You are a Lemurian origin. And go with the flow. Yeah, again. You're in a timeless space. You're adaptable. You're free. And take your own time. So that's the card of this day I draw this morning. So work with that. Work with this dolphin energy. Work with the dolphin child. You know, you don't have to push things forward. Everything goes in time because you're in that timeless space. And in that timeless space, they call it the now. You know, where all time, the future, the past, and the divine is working together. And that brings in a lot of rest and a lot of silence, but also a lot of joy. It's time to restore. So it could be that the divine masculine is going. And it's time for you to get into nature, to make walks, listen to the shamanic signs that you are having. Take your dragon and, restore yourself. If you need to sleep, sleep. If you need to take more rest or meditation, do this, because there is so much around you that you say, oh, I'm going, and everything will be okay, divine masculine. Whatever you do, you will be fine. And that's divine feminine is teaching you that. The divine feminine and the divine masculine within herself are supporting her to say, okay, time, retreat, meditate, create, do new things for yourself, nurture yourself, honor yourself in that. So that's really amazing what's happening. Maybe you need some protection for yourself, because divine feminine is flying high, is diving deep in her love, is like, what is good for me, what is good for the other, what is good for the people all involved, and is that the step I need to make? Is that what is necessary? She sees through everything. So when you have that inner sight, that you see the things in love, that you listen to source, what you receive, then it's really, you don't have to worry about anything. It's amazing. So let's see what is going on for the divine masculine. He's an earth angel. I get to card. Oh my gosh. In his mind space, in the divine masculine, is earth angel. He is sensitive. That's what I channeled. He's so sensitive. He even feels the connections the divine feminine is interacting with behind her energy field. So he sees through everything. He has divine abilities. He sees the things from a higher perspective. He's kind, and he needs to stand up for himself. And he is standing up for himself because he gets forced now by that new portal, by Neptune going into Aries today, to stand up for yourself. And you think, oh no, if I say this, I will hurt the other person. Or if I say that, that is not who I am. And they ask you, to leave that behind, and speak your truth and speak your heart in a kind and loving way, not in the harsh way as the masculine always did it, but in the energy of the earth angel that you are. It's sometimes the divine masculine is just blunt. He doesn't even think about how another person would feel if he speaks out some words. That is all changing now, because the world is changing, the energy is changing. If you receive hardness and you give back hardness, you're actually in a good environment, because then you're in the environment that you are attracting for yourself. But if you make a change and you say in a loving and kind way, that you respect them, that you see them, that you hear them, but you see the things in a different way, and that you explain it, why you see the things in a different way. Because sometimes we just say boundaries and they say, yeah, you don't have to give any explanation. That's all the old 3D stuff. That's all, the lower vibration. But if you explain to someone what is happening within you, in your emotions, then they totally will listen to you more, what is going on. They understand you, you'll be vulnerable, and you will see their shift. And you see, okay, I have to be a little bit more cautious with my words. I need to be a little bit more cautious what I say to other people. Even if you think it gives that vibration what you attract. It's all coming from that space of wounds that are not healed within yourself. If you are in a good space with someone, you know to who you can open up to. If you don't feel safe with someone, you're not going to open up. And that's more for the divine feminine than for the divine masculine. If the divine masculine tells you, I don't feel safe, to a divine feminine, then you know directly, oh, I'm in my masculine energy. So I have to shift to my feminine energy and try to turn it around. So you can change like this within yourself how you approach someone else. And that's the depth of love. That's the depth of love, how you will approach someone and how you will receive the things from someone. And you see already the changes, divine feminine. You already see the changes. In the heart space, we had earth and ether, divine counterparts. Spiritualize ether into matter, and that's the Twinflame card. In the heart space form the divine masculine. You spiritualize matter. You are creating a new life. There are sparkles. You feel the energy of the divine feminine. You feel the joy, you feel the laughter, and you're bedding it into light. Everything, what you want, you're transforming it into light. So that's already what I said, with the earth angel channeling, that the words that you use or the environment that you're in, it's all connected how you are approaching someone else. The divine union. The divine union can only be and will exist in the heart of the divine masculine if he is connecting with the divine feminine on that same vibration, on that same thoughts, on the same things that he feels, he sees, and he knows that divine feminine is in that same vibration. There's a huge connection at the moment going on with different feminine and masculine twin flames. There are so many twin flames this year coming together again. Last year we had a huge wave. You know, every year we have a wave of twin flames coming together and transforming. But it's not a say that they will be together. You know, it could be that they're doing the same work, or they have to go in separation to work on different things in their lives, different wounds, different places, what they're like, or what they're not there, what they are doing for the collective, what they are doing for humanity. So and they both know that. They both know that they, if they have to move on, they have to move on. They detach. They're not attached to each other. There is this huge possibility of detachment, because they know they are always connected, no matter where they are, in the fifth day, in the seventh, up and up, you know. But there are so many things, new type of learnings. I see the divine masculine is going to learn new skills, seeing things from a different perspective. Now, if he gets stuck, that he needs to ground it and make it concrete and visible for himself, how to see the things, how he let the universe unfold it for him. Also, the dragon energy, beyond cycles. Yeah, it's interesting because divine feminine goes beyond the cosmic cycles, and the divine masculine has beyond cycles. So, find and embrace yourself where you feel nurtured, where you feel comfortable. New direction in your life. There's a new direction coming into your life, and you let go of old patterns. So you're looking at your patterns and you're saying, oh my God, if I attract this kind of energy, what is within me? And if it repeats itself time and time again, what do I need to resolve, or what do I need to change within, or fine-tuning? I hear fine-tuning. What do I need to fine-tune to change it within myself, not to attract that anymore? So that makes you need to make different decisions. And with this cycle, it will be more easy, and you will see behind the cycles, you will be seeing behind it. You know, take your dragon, take your unicorns, and all the other energies that you say, okay, that's what I need to take with me to see beyond everything, and not just what is coming my way, not just what I'm working with, not just, you know, what is in front of me. And that is okay. I also hear someone is leaving America or is moving to America. Because there's a bigger public they can concentrate on. So somebody is moving out of America to another space. To feel more safe, I hear. To feel more safe. I hear somebody in America is totally fed up with the energies there. And moving to another place where there is more calm, safety, joy, connection. And I hear someone is moving to America because there's a huge, I heard a circle can expand and expand and expand with a bigger public, what they need. So that's really interesting. Yeah, and see beyond those cycles, see beyond what can be better for you in that country, see what can happen for you. And if you fly high enough, and if you get enough if you have enough interaction with the divine that pours through you, you can see it. You can see beyond it, what it will be for you, how it would feel for you, and how you will thrive there. That's what I hear. So it's really, really interesting for the divine masculine. Beautiful, very good in his energy, very good in his connection with the divine, and the divine shows so incredible much to the divine masculine. Yeah, and maybe the inner masculine of the divine feminine needs a little bit more rest. I retreat a little bit more. That's what I hear. The masculine in the feminine needs a little bit more rest in the future. Or you're already resting. That's what I hear. Depends on who is connected here, who is looking at it, who is viewing it, who can resonate with these energies and the transmissions that are coming through. The divine feminine within the divine masculine. Beautiful. The new man, the divine masculine, he worked on his inner child wounds. He is embodying the divine masculine. And the divine feminine within the divine masculine sees that and supports him. So you are healing your inner child. You're giving nurturing to your inner child. And maybe it can also be that when you're walking on the street, that you're attracting a lot of little children because of your energy. Because you're in that, I see when you stepping as a divine feminine or as a divine masculine in the divine masculine energy, and that's actually more to your divine feminine, it's in balance, because you have the earth angel, and you have the divine masculine. If you combine those two together, you know, you have this divine, and you are in connection with source in divinity, then you embody that divine masculine energy. And it doesn't mean that you are, you need to be bulky, or you need to have, you know, muscles, or you need to have this, or you need to have that. No, you are in a perfect place. Because you're and it doesn't matter how you feel and how you are, is not on the outside of a divine masculine. It's all within you. And you know, we can have those huge huge bears, and I see those guys also here. They have that really bear energy of protection, but then they carry the earth angel and that softness and that gentleness, and how to explain themselves in the divine masculine. And that is really, really powerful. That's really powerful for the divine masculine. So there is this, he is providing everything for himself and what the divine feminine needs. He is providing what she needs, and she is providing what the divine masculine needs. And what I see now, the divine masculine and divine feminine are both more in balance. Yeah, in his heart space, you are a Lemurian shaman. You know how to work with your environment, you know how to work with your nature, with the nature around you. You could be a perfect survivor alone in the woods, or alone in the mountains, or, you know, you're a survivor, but you're not a survivor out of your root chakra. You're a survivor because there is connection with all that there is around you. So you don't have to push it. And your original energy is coming from Lemuria. It's a Lemurian energy. It's an ancient energy that is saying, wow, you're really doing amazing. You're dissolving your shadows. You're not running away from the shadows. But sometimes, because of your high frequency, you say, why are people like this? Because you're almost not able to understand why people react different to you. And then I hear, first, you're in an environment where the people don't understand you. You're on a different vibration. You do work, but also you need to know how to change it. And also, you don't need to try to escape them, or try to not interact with them, because if you do interact with them, you know things will shift and things will change. That's an interesting thing, because I see here also I also see here a totally paradox with the reading of last week. Because here you go deeper into love and the understanding why you're doing the things that you need to do. And you go beyond, beyond what normal people will see, and you're connected with divine, with nature, with your intuition, with your, so much. You're that beautiful shaman. But I hear you need to practice more. You need to be more with your practice. Not just meditation, but also work with the trees, with the land, with everything what is around you. And I think when you're doing that, you are, I hear, tapping into your soul essence, tapping into your soul essence, what you already hold in your DNA. So you probably get new DNA upgrades where all this energy is already written. So more things every time when we get an upgrade or we get a DNA activation or a cellular activation, we also know that our behavior will change, that our seeing things in differences, acting more different. And that's really beautiful. You see also the pattern, so many patterns of other people that you can heal, that you can change, that you change in your environment, change with the people around you. Yeah, and don't go into fear. I hear, because everything you're going through is really, really amazing. It's a transformation in this portal time, every 9 years, we're letting go. Every 9 years, new things are coming in. And that it's the time, give yourself that present of changing, give yourself that present of moving into higher realms. Don't get stuck in the 3D. We're still functioning in the 3D, but our consciousness can be totally anywhere else. If we have a consciousness that is saying, oh, I focus on love and understanding this upcoming week, that's also what you will receive that week. Because you're in that higher frequency, you're in that there is no shadow there. Step in that light, but the inner work, you need to do the inner work. You can't go from a shadow to light, or from light, and stay in the light. Yeah, you can stay in the light for amount of time, but then, that light will also shine within you and says, oh, there's a little thing that needs a change. Let's put some light on there. And then you're back, bam, in that system of, I need to move through these things. And it could be that it comes with a release, with a memory, with something else that is needed for you, for your system to change and transform that, so you can move on to the next level. Next level. Yeah, where's the divine masculine heading? what is Divine Feminine. He is heading to his Divine Feminine. Interesting. Receive your birthright, Divine Masculine, and you receive the unconditional love. So that's how the Divine Feminine sees the Divine Masculine within himself. That he has the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, within. He has the new man, he's transformed, doing new things, accepting new energies, accepting new people. And that is where it's heading. It could be that you met your Divine Feminine already and that you say, okay, before anything else, I need to connect with her. I need to feel her, to see her, to interact with her. I need to see in her eyes. I need to, move towards her so I can see and understand who she is on the higher frequencies, on the divine level. You already know. But how does it work in interaction together? How does that work? Do you understand her? Do you think too much, or do you look too much to the outcome, or do you, all things could be here, and that's why you go beyond the cycles with the Divine Feminine in your thoughts. It's really amazing. Wow. Because you also know that the Divine Feminine has the Lemurian shaman within her. And that's, you're operating from that feminine energy. That's really beautiful. And the masculine is more in, oh wow, I know already who my twin flame is. I know already, I know it from the divine. And that love is growing deeper and deeper and deeper. The more interaction and support the Divine Feminine receive from this Divine Masculine, the more things she will nurture for him. She is there in his energy. Exactly what he needs, she is giving him. Exactly what she needs, he is providing for her. So that is huge. It's amazing. So, what is the universe saying about the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine. How beautiful. My gosh. The rising of the truth. You have a gentle power. You have a golden heart. And you have true strength. This is for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. This is what they show you who you are. You are both connected. The golden heart is here. The dolphin energy is diving deep. We have the depth of love that they both have. Could be that you're watching to the stars and the moons at the same time, that you are connecting with the same energy, that you're diving deep, into yourself, changing the things that needs to change, seeing the things beyond what is happening now, and you're going to another portal. And because you're going into that other portal, that is happening today, a huge one, Neptune into Aries, the shift from planet Neptune. Everything will shift and change. So I see that it is possible for the divine masculine and feminine to meet each other. So, wow. Don't go in that timeline, in the time frame. Don't go in the control, want it now. Why is it not happening? Why don't I see it? Because, it's everything happens for a reason. Don't go there. Don't say, okay, I don't know what is happening here. Let it go. Go with flow. Work with it. Be that earth angel that you are. You know that twin flame connection is there, that you can go beyond those cycles, that you are the Lemurian shaman and that new man that's coming from the heart space, connected with your inner feminine, going with that flow, doing your breathing exercises, going beyond cosmic cycles, and everything will be so okay. All the love, all the blessings.